Hello, this is Harry. In this video, let's watch an action movie, Mission Impossible 4, starring Tom Cruise. A US special agent team was ordered to intercept a top-secret file of the Russian military's nuclear bomb launch code. The action plan was quite thorough. Agent Benji entered the train system to search for passenger information to provide information. Agent Jane broke into the carriage based on the information and intercepted the agent carrying the documents. Agent Hanaway quickly locked the target among the crowd after confirming his identity. He used equipment to stun the target and successfully got the file. During the evacuation, a female assassin attacked Hanaway and snatched the documents. The operation failed, and Agent Hanaway was also sacrificed. In order to prevent the nuclear bomb launch code from falling into the hands of terrorists, the US employed an outstanding agent, Ethan. He would take over Hanaway's position as the team leader. Ethan learned that it was a professional killer, Moreau, who killed Hanaway. She probably worked for the extremist, Cobalt. Cobalt always wanted to detonate a nuclear bomb to destroy the world. He believed that only the one that survived the catastrophe would be qualified to live, so destroying the Earth was a part of evolution. Ethan guessed Cobalt must be the one behind the scheme. He reported the news to the headquarters and learned that Cobalt was going to the Russian government to find the identity information of the first-level nuclear strategist of the Russian intelligence agency. He wanted to seize nuclear bomb launchers from nuclear strategists. The headquarters required Ethan to be ahead of Cobalt, infiltrated the Russian government as a Russian general and destroyed all the information of the nuclear strategist, and prevented Cobalt from getting the launcher. After receiving the mission, Ethan and Benji immediately disguised themselves and prepared to mix into the government. Agent Jane used a hydrogen balloon to drop jammers outside to ensure that the guard system could successfully verify Ethan's false identity. The plan went smoothly, and after the two successfully sneaked in, they rigged the monitoring. Then they tried to distract the police officer on duty, quickly propped up the curtain in the aisle to simulate the scene. From the guard's point of view, there was nothing unusual, and the two were invisible. They pushed the curtain forward slowly, the guards never noticed. Ethan took the opportunity to sneak into the archives room. It was discovered that the documents of the nuclear strategist had already been taken away. In fact, all this was in Cobalt's plan. He knew that American agents would come to stop him, so he set up the game in advance and waited for Ethan's team to sneak in. Cobalt hacked into their communication system, directed connection with the government's security communication system. After Cobalt got the nuclear bomb launcher, he deliberately revealed the location of Ethan and others from communication equipment. He also claimed to detonate here after getting the documents. Seeing that the situation was not good, Ethan immediately suspended and evacuated quickly. But when he just walked out the door, the building exploded. Ethan failed to escape in time and was stunned by the explosion. When he woke up, he found himself handcuffed to a stretcher in the hospital. He was caught by a Russian police officer, Anatoly. The bombing was directed at Ethan. The communication recordings and modified general uniforms were the best evidence. This black pot was properly buckled on Ethan's head. Faced with Anatoly's accusation, Ethan did not have any words to defend himself. He quietly took a paperclip from the nurse's file, unlocked the handcuffs when Anatoly didn't pay attention, and escaped from the hospital. Ethan snatched a cell phone from a passerby and reported to the headquarters and contacted the team to carry out new actions. At this time, the IMF Secretary of the United States and his subordinate, William, were coordinating relations between the two countries in Russia. The Russian government exploded, the first suspect was the United States. And Cobalt was about to get the Russian nuclear bomb launch code. If the nuclear bomb was successfully launched, it would provoke a war between the two countries. So Ethan could only be accused by the US as a terrorist to take full responsibility for the bombing. The only solution to the situation was to let Ethan stop Cobalt and reveal the truth to solve the current crisis. The secretary assigned this task to the Ethan team. He would report to his superiors that Ethan attacked them and fled. As soon as the mission was given, their car was attacked by the Russian police. The secretary was killed on the spot and the car fell into the river. Ethan used the driver's body to divert the attack. He and William fled from the other side. The two fled to a carriage on the train. This was the secret base hidden by their team. Ethan learned from the information the minister gave him that Cobalt would send his assistant Wistrom in 36 hours to Dubai Hotel to trade nuclear bomb launch code with Moreau. Ethan guessed that Cobalt and Wistrom had never seen Moreau, so he let Jane pretend to be Moreau to drop the password. Then they would follow Wistrom to find Cobalt after the transaction. When he came to the hotel, Benji found that the firewall here was using military-grade equipment. He couldn't invade quickly without the support of the headquarters. But the time was running out, Ethan could only climb to the computer room to intrude in. Benji provided Ethan with a pair of high-tech gloves so that he could crawl on the wall like Spider-Man. After intruding successfully, Benji could control the elevator and monitor the hotel. Then they changed the room number so that Moreau and Wistrom would miss each other. Jane installed a retinal invisible lens on William's eyeball. He could print the codes he saw in the blink of an eye and quickly copy them into the suitcase. The paperclip also had a tracking device in order to follow the target. Unexpectedly, Wistrom brought the codebreaker to decode the Russian security system. In order to prevent the plan from failing, Ethan decided to hand over the real nuclear code. As planned, Ethan and William enter Moreau's room. Wistrom and the codebreaker entered Jane's room. The lens in William's eyes was discovered by Moreau and delayed the plan. In desperation, Benji controlled the elevator to drag Wistrom. Ethan chased down from another elevator. Unfortunately, the Russian police found him through some information. They were discovered by Wistrom during the fight. The tracking plan failed. Ethan could only choose to forcibly intercept Wistrom. But at this time, Dubai was facing a sandstorm crisis. Ethan failed to stop the target along with the location and was hitchhiked away. The plan failed completely, but it was so important that they couldn't give up anyway. Ethan immediately prepared another plan. He knew that Cobalt had mastered the nuclear bomb launcher and the code. Only one tactical communications satellite was missing, and this equipment was only available in the military. So he found Russia's largest arms dealer. He learned that Russia had eliminated an obsolete tactical communications satellite and quietly sold to an Indian telecom company. After Ethan left, the arms dealer informed Anatoly of all the news. They rushed to India and mixed into the dance party held by the chairman of the telecom company. Jane was in charge of luring to get the satellite code and prevent the launch of the bomb. Bangui was responsible for manipulating the rover to send William to the satellite's core position on standby. At the same time, Cobalt broke into an Indian TV station and hacked the server. William failed to enter the code before reprogramming the server to block. The server had been completely hacked, and the nuclear bomb was about to fire. Benji quickly locked Cobalt's position and told Ethan to rush to the scene. But in the end, he was not able to stop it, and Cobalt successfully launched the nuclear bomb. When the team members heard the news, they all fell apart, but Ethan was very calm. He immediately thought of stopping the nuclear bomb explosion by the bomb itself. The stop button on the nuclear bomb launcher was their last hope. The group divided into two groups. Ethan went to chase Cobalt to get the launcher. The other three prevented Wistrom from killing Ethan. Ethan went all the way to the car factory to fight with Cobalt to take the device. During the fight, Cobalt held the box and jumped directly from the top of the building. The time was tight. Ethan had no time to think about any countermeasures. He risked driving downstairs to protect his life with the help of airbags. At the last moments of the nuclear bomb landing, Ethan pressed the stop button on the launcher in time. The explosion mission ended and the nuclear bomb fell into the sea. The crisis between the two countries was lifted. At this moment, Anatoly rushed in and saw what was happening in front of him. He finally understood the truth. Well, this video ends here. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.